EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, Johnson. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Ball carrier.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Minshew. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Out of the gun is Minshew. He's got his tight end, Oliver. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a handoff. Johnson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ty Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Jaguars 7, Bengals nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Burrow will throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 29, Minshew. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Connection made with Chenault.
Minshew's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Minshew looking to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
It's a loss of 2 yards.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
Bengals 3.
Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
The game at 10. Randy Bullock to kick off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Taken down at the
good strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams, but when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll hand it off now. Johnson trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
try to throw for it with Minshew. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Minshew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A 1-yard pick.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And some room to work. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Mixon with a first down carry. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
At the 44-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ready?
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
On the tackle.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle,
Jaguars.
I don't know if they can wait till halftime. To make adjustments, they better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Minshew sets to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
And that's something that he does consistently, puts quarterbacks on the ground. And Carlos Dunlap, maybe not a household name around the NFL, but everyone knows he comes to play each and every year. He hasn't had less than 7.5 sacks since 2012, had 9 in 2019.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On the ground, this is Johnson. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
And it's 3rd down.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking to throw it. Minshew. To the left side here for Eifert. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The Jaguar first down.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jacksonville.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. K'Lavon Chaisson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
On the carry.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half? Which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
52. Coming to you.
Now Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The tackle made by
good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 41, Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
What we got? Recon, 152 final. 50 seconds.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook.
Minshew's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Westbrook.
Well, when the Jaguars want to throw the football, they often look to D.D. Westbrook, who just completed that play there. 101 targets, 66 catches for both 2018 and 2019.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Minshew. And that is incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the rookie, his intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
5-yard gain on
well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
12. First down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and goal, Jacksonville.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. To throw here. He's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
Complete to number 17.
DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Jaguars 17. Bengals 10.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got Burton here. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Get ready.
Now Burrow on first down. Able to find Higgins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 17.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. A pass there complete to Westbrook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go,
oh, no, he lost the football. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
70, Indy, X3, 218,
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brought down.
It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Team 6, Team 6.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down carry here for Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Connection made with Chenault. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Minshew. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Minshew down to a knee, victory formation, and that should be just about it. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and I tell you, this was a fun one, just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed You know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal. Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Jacksonville, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.